Hey everyone, it's Vernie again, Tuesday with another vault. This is the second to last vault we're going to see. I didn't do too many keys again, did a couple just to help out with friends, mostly gearing the rogue still since that's looking like the main for the next patch. So we'll go ahead and just get started and rattle on through these. The gear is pretty inconsequential at this point, I can't say I care that much, so let's go ahead and get started. So the druid just did one key. I think I did a 16. My friends and I were doing Break the Meta, which is where you play a dungeon group full of non-meta specs and a 15 or higher end time it. We just did like a 16 core to stars. It was super easy. We need to do one or two more and then you can get a toy. As long as you're registered on Raider.io, it's kind of cool. I already play some of the off-meta specs anyway, so no biggie. I think we're going to open this as Feral. We'd like to see shoulders, a weapon. Honestly, I don't know what else. Gloves, maybe?
We maintain the Isles.
I actually need to socket one of my rings here. That is a neck. That is not what you want to see. So, tokens it is. Maybe I can save up for another socket or just, convert it to gold at the end of the patch. Big old dud first. Okay. We'll do the Shaman next. You know, the Shaman's 420, he's pretty much maxed out. Nothing he can really get. I did one key to help out one of our new alts get like 2400 or something. And it's just a 16, so this is almost certainly going to be tokens. Which, again, is fine. I don't really have anything left to get. A 421 Rage Feather, I guess, but the chances of that are so small. So we'll just open as Enhance. The plan is to make this my main alt going into Season 2, so I'll be playing Rogue and most likely Enhance. I'm going to try and keep them both geared appropriately, maybe make some swaps in Raid, we'll see. I mean, here, I only did a 16, so like nothing is going to be an upgrade, really. And I do have 2 tokens, so if I do one more dungeon next week, I'll have enough for a socket, and then I guess I could socket my bracers before the patch. Boots, yeah, I already have these boots. That's another socket. Another third of a socket, rather. This makes 4 of 6. So next week we can get a socket. Kinda checked out on this guy. And then I guess we will do the monk next. The monk also did one key. Again, helping one of our new swaps get 2400 so they can upgrade their gear. I think it was an 18 ruby life pool, so it's going to be a 418 piece. Monk, yeah, he's 416. He's pretty much done. Apart from a couple spare 421s, which at this point doesn't really matter. I'm not anticipating playing the monk next patch early, but I'm sure I'll get around to it eventually. So like, what do we want to open as? I guess we could open as Mistweaver for a healing weapon or a trinket, I guess. Really nothing else to get. The same ring that I already have, but this one's 418 with speed, this one's 421 with avoidance. So that's going to be a partial socket. It's very interesting that I got the same ring 2 weeks in a row. This is what happens at the end of the season. Do one key, get a big old dud. And then we've got the priest. The priest did a 16. I think I was like 390 something without 4-piece, and I healed a 16 ruby. It was mostly fun. I'd like to play disc some. Honestly, I might make the priest a third alt or something, just to keep like a flexible roster for Mythic, just in case melee doesn't go as planned. I can always pivot to Ellie Shaman or Shadow Priest or even heal if our roster demands it. So I think if it's a 16, it's going to be, what, 415? So pretty much anything is an upgrade at this point. This guy has very little gear. I mean, a cool healing trinket, I guess. I guess I'll go Shadow for DPS trinkets. Rage Feather would be cool. Shadow Gem. Probably the biggest pieces. Boots. Crit first boots. I mean, that is 30 item levels, so we're fine with that. May or may not do more keys just to get this guy some rating and some upgrades before next season. I'd like to be like 405, 410, but I don't know if I want to put in a huge amount of work. I could just gear with my guild's alts next season. Like, I'm sure we'll all be running a bunch of keys. Alright, and lastly is the new main, is the Rogue. He's like 415, 416 now, so I've done a lot of work on him. I did 20 or 30 dungeons last week. I think I farmed like 14,000 Valor to fully upgrade everything. I'm like 2,500. I've upgraded everything to 415. We did a heroic clear, and then we did 5 of 8 mythic, so I'll have 2 20 slots for dungeons, and then 1 16. And then we have 2 mythic raid slots and 1 heroic raid slot. What are we looking for? An Aranog ring would be really, really gross. A mythic chest, like a 421 chest, would be good. My weapons are in a pretty good spot. I would like a better outlaw weapon. My outlaw weapon's 408, so I will open as outlaw. And I guess I would take a sick trinket as well. I can't get a mythic grief torch, unfortunately. I don't even know if I would take an icon. Maybe I'd take an icon. So, icon, chest piece, outlaw weapon. We did kill Kurog, so we have a chance at a 421 weapon. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I think I'd like to start the season as outlaw. Okay. So, 415 cape. Good stats, but I already have a 415. 421 shoulders, which are a very small upgrade. Like, so small it's not even worth considering. I mean, ugh. 411 Spiteful Storm, which I have. A 421 Helm, which I have a Flaring Cow, so I can't take that. I can't really afford to take the Loop. And a 415 Helm. Well, that is pretty disappointing. So I guess it's, do I want to take 6 item levels on shoulders? Or a socket? I have no sockets at all. I could socket something. Not what you want to see. Oh, these are hands. It's even worse than shoulders. Yikes. I mean, I guess we just take the incremental upgrade. Feels kind of bad, but it is what it is. Still more stats. $416 even. I mean, that's decent. Okay, and that's going to be the vaults for the week. I will be doing another video this week. Raider.io released their Season 1 recap, which goes over raids and dungeons you completed, so I'm definitely going to do a breakdown on that, just to look at like the data and look at some analytics. I find that stuff really interesting. Got a bunch of stuff to go over there because I played so many classes and did so many keys, so I'll definitely do a video on that this week. I will most likely stream some stuff, whatever we're doing, probably some last-minute keys. I think we're going to clear raid one more time, like the first 5 or 6 in Mythic, call it good. So I'll definitely be streaming over the weekend. It's going to be kind of sporadic in terms of content until Season 2 comes out, and then I plan on going full force. You know, I've got my spreadsheet done. I'll do a video breaking down my spreadsheet and how it's going to look. And then, yeah, the plan is to play Rogue, Enhancement Shaman, and then Priest as a third alt. So that's what we're going to do. I guess we could look at the affixes. Bolstering, Volcanic, Thundering. Not amazing. Bolstering kind of slows you down a decent bit. It's not fortified, at least, so that's good. But, yeah. Good luck in your guys' vaults, and thanks for tuning in. See you next week. Peace.